Yo. Check. Ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Listeners from all around the world.
All around the world.
Yeah.
Back at you for 2021. It's the UnCelebz.
UnCelebz.
2020, we made it, man. I am your host, Sean Solo.
I'm Anthony, aka Nostalgia.
This is Steffi, Nomadic Goddess.
This is Dre on motherfucking drums.
All right. We back in the studio.
Yeah, I guess.
We here.
Right.
We here. You know what? Nah.
We live.
Stop that science shit. We here. We alive. We good.
Yeah,
we
man.
live, baby. That's a nasty swiggle, baby.
It's not
Ooh, what you
December
doing?
41st.
You said December 41st?
December 41st.
Word.
Nah, bro. Nah,
Oh, man.
Nah.
Imagine.
Word.
Did anybody say Jumanji before the ball dropped?
I was too busy dancing the sandstorm, so no. I forgot.
Word.
I said Jumanji at about 1. So does that still work? Damn.
It would have happened in California. You know? If you would have said like in like California, like
No,
Texas or
no,
something
no.
like that.
Yeah, Texas
Yeah.
is 1 over here at 12 over there. 3 over here would have been Cali over. Yeah.
Yeah,
So it's
sure,
still
sure.
I'm still in the realm.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good. As long as it wasn't 4 in the morning, like.
Oh yeah, like 4 in the morning, you're like Jumanji. Like, it's too late.
All right.
What
Word.
did y'all do for New Year's Eve, though?
New Year's?
New Year's Eve, yeah.
What? Oh, we had our own personal New Year's party, basically.
Yeah, we did. Like, I was waiting for people to like play Among Us with me. I was a little lonely.
Ooh,
And
that
then
was
I had Dre and my brother waiting, and we danced to
Word.
Sandstorm together because I was streaming. Like I
we
still
was
have it up.
waiting.
I am so sorry.
I couldn't.
I'm like, nobody is answering me. I was like, you know what? I'm drinking.
It was like I'm on.
You know what? You know what happened?
What?
Yeah, explanation time.
What happened was, we popped a bottle of champagne, right?
I knew it.
Oh,
Bang.
shit.
That's it.
And then the oxygen in our brains got
I knew a lie was coming.
champagne. So then it was just bubbly all over the place. Like,
Damn.
Look, listen.
Damn, I am so sorry that you had to deal with that.
Wow, champagne for the pain,
Damn.
weed for the low.
May all your pain be a bubble in a champagne bottle.
Listen, I'm so sorry.
Nah, it's all good because I figured y'all was busy and y'all forgot, or y'all was drunk and y'all forgot. I didn't care, but I cared, but I didn't care. It's good.
It was like, y'all want to do a bogus? I'm like, right now? I was on a phone shoot. Right now?
Oh,
But you
that's
didn't
where
answer though.
That's where that lingerie shoot was at?
Yeah.
What? I'm like, what? This nigga. Sure. What? Like,
My boy Sean.
word.
Man, it was just a gig. That's all, you know.
It was a gig.
I had to bring in the new year. You know.
Right.
What country?
Right. He had to bring in the new year. Right.
He said, "Don't bother me. I'm working."
Nah, I had to pose for the camera now. Flick. You know.
He's like, how am I starting my 2021? Yeah.
I was like, oh shit.
Sean was where the money resides. That's what
Right, that's a fact.
Sean was at. My boy Sean. You know?
Word.
Hey man, you're right. Where the money resides,
Where the money resides.
I'm done. Look, as long as we all stay where the money resides in all 2021.
Word.
Yeah.
Look, they was popping them things outside. I ain't want no parts.
Yeah, I was say, what's going on out there, man? There a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Everybody, everywhere it was.
Ooh, what? The. Ooh, what you
in Atlanta?
Wait,
What happened?
Just people, so many shootings.
Oh,
and-
no.
Oh.
I was talking about the fireworks everywhere because it wasn't just here.
Word. I thought there was a
Fireworks.
disconnect. Word.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, that too. Like that did happen over here too.
I mean, but the fireworks is like that's been ever since July, a little bit before July, and then a lot of bit after July. They just
it was the whole month of June.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
The whole month of June.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit in like August.
Oh,
there's some in September too.
Yeah,
I remember. I specifically remember saying it's fucking October. Y'all not. Y'all haven't run out yet.
No, because you
and it always sounds in the same distance from
area,
the house.
Yep.
It's the same fucking people. This nigga's uncle is right in Pennsylvania at exit 25.
He lit and was like pop, just so y'all remember. That's it.
Where are y'all getting this money from?
Right.
I don't know, man.
That had to be at least like $10,000 in like fireworks, like from June to October.
Well, remember when they cut off the additional funding? That's when all the freaking fireworks went out.
Yeah.
So
there was conspiracy theory like the police was providing the
fireworks.
They shoot.
They wasn't
in June. Yeah.
They wasn't doing shit about it. You remember that, like somebody, like I think a woman got killed because she was complaining about the fireworks to the police. They said, just let it pass. Just ask them nicely or something. Dead serious.
Came outside, it was like boo boo boo.
Dead serious.
Could you please just like?
That's what the police said. And she went outside and asked them, and they killed her.
Oh shit! No.
And now Sean can't stop laughing. I'm sorry.
That's
I should have waited. I should have waited because now he's on camera. Can't keep a straight face talking about this woman's death.
Nah, I don't mean to laugh at the death, but the cop dead was like, "Why don't you just go and ask them nicely?" Like he was trying to set her up. Like that's a setup.
That's a setup.
Like yeah,
that's
wild.
That's for real a setup.
Oh man, I'm sorry.
No, you good joke.
Nah, cause, like,
I should have waited. I'll take the blame.
Why'd you take his advice? Like you don't trust the police like that, man.
Anything they tell you, look, walk up to them, say, "Look, the cops told me to tell you to stop." Okay.
No.
Oh, he told you what? What?
Nah, man.
Oh, he told you what?
I mean, if the cops is gonna let people storm the Capitol, then you already know the trust level of cops. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And of course, now that you bring it up,
I thought before last Wednesday, I was thinking, we can just bring in the new year and say, "Yo, fuck you, 2020," but they followed us.
of course,
into 2021.
And now, isn't that a beautiful microcosm for life? People be like, "Yo, I'm gonna be a better me," and all of that, but all of your baggage from last year still following you. So yeah, handle that.
Like slip through the cracks too. Like it's just.
If I'm being really honest, this is like the baggage of the last 4 years. So.
Oh hell yeah! What? Yeah.
So
like, yo, it's such a fucking relief, and I'm sorry. Like, I only thing that upset me about the Capitol getting pushed in like that and people running through it is the fact that only one person got killed.
Nah, they said it was like 4.
It was 4 or 5.
3 people died just around that time. Could be from like tear gas and stuff. Like they died from not gunshots. One person died from a gunshot.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Now we all know, like every black person had the same thought in their mind, and like it repeated all over memes, all over everything, all over Twitter. Every single black person was like, "Wow, they really just let them just chill."
Yep.
Look, I had my popcorn, I had my wine. I was just looking at it like, word, like, y'all. Like, what is going on?
We knew exactly what was going on.
Yep.
Yeah, it's
and it's a bunch of out of towners too. These ain't people from DC.
Yes.
And like they got riled up. Like this sounds like crazy that the U.S. president incited a riot at the U.S. Capitol and did not do anything to stop them.
Nope.
Like,
well,
Because he incited the riot.
You could still stop it. That the person that incites the
They
riot
told
might be
him-
the one that
They
has
told
the most
him to stop it, and this motherfucker went on camera and said, "You know, they still stole it from us, but I need you to go home." What?
We love you. We appreciate you. Like,
boy, you just you know what, Trump? You just
oh,
yeah, I say, man, you're just a cacksucker. That's what you is, man.
Cacksucker.
You're just a second president, man. You just
Nah, he ain't no damn president.
He's a shit
he's
ball.
sucking the cack. Like, it's like, yo, are you gonna do anything about it? It's like, of course he's not gonna do anything about it.
No.
This is his power. Like, because this at the end of the day, this is the same. This was the core of his, his supporters. Like a lot of his supporters, for the same reason why they got excited about how he spoke, they always get excited about the way he speaks because they might not even agree with a lot of his viewpoints, but they can identify with that emotion and that like that feeling that he has, and just like the benchmarks, make America great again. Oh yeah, that sounds awesome, and then they latch onto it. So, but at the end of the day, it's all he really has. Yeah. All he has is his supporters. He doesn't really because you look at all of the former presidents and they just, left presidency, went chilling, start some charities every now and then, might pop up at a baseball game, like that type of shit.
Write a book, definitely.
Yep.
Play some more golf.
Yep.
But now, what is 45 going to do? In a perfect world, if he was not going to immediately get arrested, what would he do?
Like the day of the inauguration? I don't know.
Like I'm saying, I'm saying a year after presidency, a year into Biden's presidency.
Still have
it's
his
like,
rallies,
how you
try
have
to get back into presidency.
You can't. It's over.
No, I mean before. Yes, he could because he only
can run
did
again.
one. He can, and it's been done years, like maybe a century ago. But it's been done. But he ain't going nowhere now.
But he would have to not get locked up first.
I don't think he's gonna get locked up. I don't know. Something is telling me that he's just gonna find some way to something is telling me he's gonna find some way to fucking slip out of it.
What I'm thinking, I don't want to say on air.
You think that he's going to do it?
No, I'm saying I do not want to. Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right. So I'm not even going to insinuate what you're thinking.
Okay,
but this is how I'm thinking. The past 4 years, Donald Trump has always done some illegal shit, business wise and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. He's always done sideways stuff. Hasn't paid taxes. It's you just see how he is, right? Yeah. So now he has all of this stuff going on, and he was able to be out and about, not really, he was able to protect himself in some ways and use his lawyers. Now, over the past 4 years, he's been doing nothing but making enemies and making mistakes. Cool. And now, after his presidency, a lot of these mistakes that he made, he's been protected by being the president. Yeah. That's why certain people don't even want to make a certain moves against him until 10 days from now.
Yep.
Because then you don't have that protection. Yeah. Yep. And even the fact that you can't arrest a sitting president, that is a dumbass, it's a dumbass idea because it's like, yo. Well, yeah, if you do this much stuff, I'm sorry, you can't do this much with a football team and not get fired. Yeah.
I just picture if it was Obama, he'd have been out of here already.
What? They would have killed him. They would have killed him. Because when Obama got elected, my biggest fear was that he was going to get killed, that he was going to get assassinated. So, and they was looking for any reason to call him a terrorist, and they was looking for anything.
It's no matter what he did, it's just Congress just disagree with it. It's damn if you did, damn if you didn't, And with Trump, it's just like, oh well, that's just
a whole bunch of excuses. Yeah,
that's just how he talks. And like
he doesn't mean it literally.
It's like this man's 80-something years old. He's not a child. He's a grown man.
Yeah,
he's an old man at that.
Word.
Look, my thing is, if they have things in place in case the president can't fulfill his duties for whatever reason, they don't specify why. They just say if he can't, there's like, okay, so the president 25. Can't do it, then it's the vice president, then it's this, then it's that, and everything. Amendment 25, we have to actually freaking look up because I didn't even know what it was.
Yeah, the 25th Amendment. Yep, it's like that's basically it. Like it was made for I forgot which president was it might have been like FDR. But he couldn't perform his duties because he was sick or something like that. And so the vice president had to perform his duties in the meantime.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So like it's regular stuff. But the whole thing about it is Mike Pence would have to say he would have to, do that. Mm-hmm. And he would have to write a letter to Congress saying whatever. And then the president could write one back saying, no, I am able to do it. But then the vice president can go back again and say, yeah, no, I'm serious. He can't do it. And then they would go to Congress and they would say, yeah, we know he can't do it. And
so then, knowing how long Congress takes to do even the simplest shits, like why? Like, yes, you can implement it. You can try to implement it. But the way the red tape that they have to go through just to do one thing, is it going to happen?
I don't, yeah.
We got 10 more days with this dude.
Yeah.
That's why it's
down
to the wire.
He's silent, though.
Good.
That's the thing.
They silenced him at the 11th hour.
Yes. But
the 11th hour.
But regardless, at this point, for him to do further damage, he would have to go completely out of his way, and that kind of damage that he would have to inflict would be highly illegal, probably. Whoa. Being that he can't reach his supporters. Well,
that's why Twitter blocked. They suspended his account.
For good.
I have something to add that I read earlier. I wasn't gonna say anything.
I thought it was temporary.
No, it was temporary for 12 hours if he didn't delete his stuff, but then he didn't delete his stuff, so they just took it off.
And then it's like people don't think that's a problem. Like the president is like being blocked for Twitter because he's inciting so much violence.
Yes,
people think
and
this
lying
is alright.
So much. Like every single social media platform had to put a fact checking part of it. Even when I go on Twitter and I see an article and I read the headline and I'm about to just retweet it, Twitter will go, "You want to read the article first?" And I'm like, yo, good looks, Twitter.
Exactly.
Good looks, Twitter. You're 100% right. Let me read this article before I share it.
Exactly. And the main reason why I started doing that like a year or two ago is because like it'd be an article that's relevant, but it's like 2 years old. So it's not that much relevant.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, but no, what I was about to say was as far as like him reaching his supporters, I was just on my Twitter feed like not that long ago, and somebody retweeted a tweet from one of his supporters saying, "Oh, well, we should all delete our Twitter accounts in solidarity to support the." I was like, "Yes, go away,
100%,
go away." They really think they're doing something right.
Like, listen, don't threaten me with a good time.
They really think they're doing something right. Like when you watch these interviews and they're saying their full names. They're saying where they're from. They're telling you, come find me. Selfie. They don't think they're doing something right.
There's so many parts to talk about this shit.
Oh, let's talk about that.
Go ahead. You go for this.
I don't understand. I don't understand, right? Like, you have to be that fucking stupid. And it's like, to sit there and take off work to go invade Capitol Hill in your work uniform.
Yes.
And you're not wearing a mask, none of that.
Nothing.
So everybody can see you on camera.
Yep.
And then, like, Bob, I know that was you.
Yep.
Like.
Wait. Somebody went to the Capitol
in their uniform.
Their work uniform, like they work badge was on TV.
A lot of these people were, like, said their names and like
full name too.
Like, I forgot. One of these guys was from New Jersey. and he was getting interviewed by a reporter, and he said his full name and shit like that.
He looked worried. He was like, "Yeah, we just," and then when the reporter asked him, "What did you think you were doing?" He said, "We were going there to like storm the Capitol and tell them, yeah, you can't do this." And I was like, I yelled at my phone. I'm like, this isn't a frigging town hall. You can't just walk in there and tell them what you want.
That's the guy that was in there posing. He was in the office chilling. Like he took
No.
This kid.
Okay.
He got interviewed because he had blood on his hands. Why did he have blood on his hands? Because he was in the same hall where that girl got shot.
Yep, he was right behind her.
Right behind her. He said it could have been me. He's
Yeah,
like,
it
oh,
could've been you.
we were just coming in to talk to them.
Just.
What? This is not a
Get
town
outta
hall.
Get out of here. But you know what? Like, what pisses me off the most about that situation is that woman did not have to die.
She didn't.
The only reason why she died is because Capitol Hill police did not do their fucking job and not let her in.
Well,
It was Secret Service that shot her, right?
well,
No, I believe it was a Capitol Hill officer.
okay. I think we're thinking about two different people because there was another woman who got shot and killed, but because she was part of the riot.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
That's what we're talking about.
But they was telling her to like stand. She was actually trying to get.
Yes. But if you watch that video, there's Capitol Hill police behind her.
But wait.
Behind her. And she had to go up these stairs.
Okay.
And these Capitol Hill police are right behind her. They're the closest ones to her.
Okay.
And she gets shot and she falls right in front of their faces. So it's like, my nigga, if y'all never would have opened the fucking doors, if y'all never would have let these people in, if you would have started shooting people earlier, maybe, then we wouldn't have to get to this. Because at the end of the day, some of those people opened the doors and said, come right in.
Yeah.
They did.
Yeah, we got some snacks, we got some cheese, we got some crackers. Help yourself.
Oh, you guys.
Here's Nancy Pelosi's desk. Go ahead, take a seat. Put your feet up.
Like, all right.
We got some grapes coming out of the kitchen. You want some?
It's like, oh, don't mind if I do, John boy.
Mm-hmm. And then what happened to Blue Lives Matter, right? What happened to Blue Lives Matter? Because immediately
Picking up everything they could just to throw it at them.
Yeah.
Yep. Because immediately, right after that shit, if you go on Twitter, you see all of these Trump supporters talking about the U.S. government has blood on their hands. They didn't have to kill this woman. They killed a hero. She was a veteran. Blah, 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 blah. I said, no, they stopped a terrorist. They succeeded in their mission. Yeah. Like, what do you mean?
Real?
Oh, I thought.
Yes, no, seriously.
I'm sorry, this is what white people do. They do stuff, and then when something is done back to them, they're like, oh my God, what did I do? Like,
Yeah,
all
like,
the time.
all I did was storm the Capitol.
All the
Exactly.
time.
Oh my God, they maced me.
Oh
They
my God,
maced
that
me.
woman.
It's like, what
He's like, I just stepped a foot in and da-da-da. I got.
What were you doing there?
You wasn't supposed to be in there, motherfucker.
It's a revolution.
You weren't supposed to be in there. That's what
First of
happened.
all, if you're trying to help your president form a coup and make a revolution, you can't be that fucking fragile in the first place. Talking about, hey, go the fuck home.
Oh, tough shit. Go back to Tennessee and think about it.
Word.
Go home and think about it, and I hope you learned your lesson. It didn't
I don't understand that. Like, what do you think was gonna happen?
I have no clue, man.
It's no way a bunch of people. Oh, we just came here to talk. It's peaceful with a bunch of AK-47s and assault rifles.
You know what would
And
be
a
That's
cooler full
Exactly.
of Molotov cocktails.
You know what would be different if it was us actually doing it? Because, you know, we have all the rights in the fucking universe to be like, yo, fuck y'all, I'm gonna come kill y'all. That's basically what it...
No rights.
Look at... I'm talking about as a people.
Feelings, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. If we was like crazy and we was like, you know what, we're just gonna do it. We don't give a fuck about what happens to us. Let's go. We would be a lot more organized than that in the first place. First of all, I'm not gonna be crying that they did something because we know where they're gonna do something. Period.
Yeah.
That's
Like-
what I'm like.
It makes me think about I forgot the guy's name. He was a cop. He was a black ex-cop, and one of his partners, or one of his fellow police, like, it was a white person, they like beat on some black kid. So he does what he's supposed to do, and he told on them. You know, like he's trying to protect this black kid. You know, you're supposed to report your dirty cops. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Whatever. This shit goes back and forth. He ended up getting fired over it. This nigga gets mad and starts killing people. Mm-hmm. Legit. Starts really going on a real serial killer rampage. Mm-hmm. Oh, wow. And they ended up killing him. So, like, when I think about that shit, and I think about what happened, it's like, yo, I don't support any of that. I'm not going to defend him going around killing people, you know, even though I understand why he was mad.
You can see it, but you can't justify it.
Mm-hmm. I can't justify anything. I can understand why he was mad. Did he do the right thing? Hell no. Hell no. Do I feel like the cops were right in killing him? Hell yeah. Like, it sucks that it had to come to that. I wish that he would have, you know, lawyered her up or something, possibly. But, you know, like, there's a lot of different ways to do it. So with that being said, all of these other Trump supporters and shit watching their people do some shit, you got to call that out. If there's something toxic in your community, in your circle, then you have to call that out, because as long as you enable it, then it is a y'all problem. It's a you totally. It's not a few bad apples. Exactly. Like, I mean, think about Charlottesville. Yep. You know, they came up there, knew that it was a Black Lives Matter protest. They came up there with their guns and everything, ready to intimidate people, and ended up killing somebody. But all right, so now, do y'all get it? Like all of the people that are ignorant to what black people go through, ignorant to white privilege. Now, do you get it? The fact that these people, only 4 people didn't walk out of there. Like, one old lady somebody held her hand. She wasn't even that old. Someone held her hand walking down the steps of Capitol Hill.
It just proves everything that we said was right. And it's like,
yeah.
You still trying to justify, like Tommy Lawrence, like, oh, but I didn't know if it was Trump supporters or Antifa. I'm like, that's fucking Trump supporters.
It's Trump supporters. Like,
Antifa's not gonna do no shit like that, bro. Like, come on, bro.
You know what's even worse? Fuck it. Let's say it was Antifa. Let's say it was Black Lives Matter. Guess who did nothing about any of it? Because he thought they were Trump supporters. Trump. He allowed it. And that's the bigger problem. The fact that these people were able to do it, that's a big problem, right? The bigger problem is that the president sat idly by and let it happen because he was hoping that them motherfuckers was going to find them ballots and burn them shits, and then he could push this feudal fight a little longer.
Mm-hmm. It's just because he feels like they cheated the elections. Like, no, listen, you lost because, number one, you're a cack sucker. Like, you suck the
cack.
The cack, right?
Yeah, cack.
And then the people who didn't. Yeah.
My fault, I didn't mean to cut you off.
That's cool.
It sounds like Trump being told to put his blocks away, and he's just, you know, sprawling all across the floor, and, you know, acting up and shit.
That's what Trump is doing. Yeah, it's like, you lost because, number one, the people who didn't vote last year, that's the reason why you won, because a lot of people didn't think you were going to win back in 2016, so they didn't vote. So they went middle America, they showed their
They didn't want to vote for Hillary.
Right.
So you won.
Now, the same people.
And cheating. Right. He won because of cheating.
Yes.
Cheating.
Like,
and the motherfuckers who didn't vote for, they woke up and they was like, oh,
we can't let this happen again.
So they voted. And all the states that you thought were going to have you back, they didn't. They turned blue.
Also, the generation in the last 4 years that turn 18 and can vote.
Oh yeah, them people, them 14, 15-year-olds that watched him get elected
and watched everything happen as a result.
And you know what? You got to be honest. You look at this last generation that's, you know, just now graduated, and they did take this fight by the reins.
They really did.
Like, I really can't, I'm not a good historian as far as, you know, like specifics, but when you look at like the civil rights movements and stuff, and it was at its like highest in the 60s, you know, and then once you get through the 70s and the 80s, it was kind of like cooling off a little bit. It picked back up in the 90s, you know, with hip hop and stuff like that, you know, like late 80s, early 90s, and then gangster rap And you know, like
a
whole different thing. And not saying that there's something wrong with gangster rap, but at the same time, it's like clearly you didn't have that wokeness in music. Like it was clearly missing. You had like Talib Kweli at the back of the room. You know, you got Mos Def over here, but it's like 50. You know, 50 caught fire, goes everywhere. You know, so it's like it's just really dope to see that these younger generations really is not going to let this shit just go idly by. So it's on us really to vote and make shit.
I mean, which we did.
Fix shit.
And which we did, you know, and man, but it's like he couldn't accept defeat, so that's why it's like, all right, we're gonna scare these motherfuckers into bringing me back in, and it's like, yo, you're a manipulator. It's like you willing to sacrifice these people. These people are sacrificing their lives so you can get back into presidency, and you're gonna sit there and say, yeah, I'm gonna be there with y'all.
Yep, I'm gonna be there with you. I'm gonna march, and we're gonna walk together.
Where the fuck you at? You in a fucking hovel somewhere.
Yep. It's like, hold on, I'm watching the game.
Hold on, people. Hold on. I didn't say to storm the Capitol.
Yes, he did.
But there's one thing, like it's that whole shit was fucked up, right? And the hole just kept getting dug deeper, right? Yeah. Because after this, after you get the people come to get out. After all of this, after all, you know, like you clean the area and you don't know if they spread COVID all through everything. You don't know what happened. You don't know if there's a bomb or something.
That was
here,
my second thought.
right?
Like, yo, none of these people are wearing masks.
None of them, right? Now, you get through all of that and you resume your meeting, what you came there to do. And yet, you still had the majority of the Republican Party going against the vote, saying that, you know, there is that this presidency isn't legitimate, basically siding with Trump, even though you just saw all of these people come in here, even though you know that there's not a shred of evidence. Not a shred of evidence, and still the majority of the Republican Party. And I mean, like, okay, I could say, you know, I'm not going to say that I'm a Democrat. I'm not going to say that I have a party, you know, that I'm specifically only going to vote for one party. But at the end of the day, all the Democrats was like, yeah, this is a legit presidency. Even some of the Republicans was like, yeah, this is a legit presidency. This was a legit election. And the only people that, like, 100% of the people that were against it were Republican.
Exactly.
In the vote that night.
That's the cherry on the...
The same night as the riot.
The same night. So it's like, yo, we can't even agree on facts. It's like, factually, this shit went to court. And I think it was Lindsey Graham. He was on the floor when he said, they went to court for it. And I don't agree with their decisions, but they went to court for it. And nothing was shown there. They have no evidence, not enough evidence to prove anything. They say there's thousands of dead votes. They found 2. So, like, what are we really doing here? You know, like, you sitting here debating, like, why is it that on the Congress floor and on the House floor and at Capitol Hill, you're able to lie? You can tell as many lies as you want.
That's what I'm saying.
Yep.
Like,
you can tell as many lies as you want. But if you do that in a court of law, you can get locked up for perjury.
Yep.
So why don't we have these same, like, you deal with our laws. So why are you allowed to lie?
Yep. That's the real question.
The people behind him, it's just like I said, they're making excuses for him. It's like,
no, we're not just talking about Trump.
I'm talking about everybody.
The Senate.
I'm talking about everybody in politics. Niggas could just lie. It's
of course,
what?
That's what politicians do.
Look, when I become president, I'm going to turn the sky the dopest color of camouflage, purple and green. Yo, you're gonna need to see it, but you can only see it if you make me president. or congressman. I'll take either.
we can't go for that anymore, huh?
Robin?
So that's what they all do.
Well, yeah.
Up in there.
But my thing is, you can't do that with factual shit. You can do that with, okay, I believe this and I believe that, but not when it comes to actual facts.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they're doing with actual facts. That's the problem.
But it's like, okay, all right, let's just knock on wood. Let's just say they let him back into being the president, right? It's like, oh,
I'm legit
leaving,
thinking about Canada.
Yeah.
Let's just say, right? And then he goes back into the White House. He sits down in the chair, and you think everything's just gonna go away? No, motherfucker. Like,
no.
Now it's gonna be another riot.
Yeah. A
Black
legit
Lives Matter,
riot, because that's the thing. Like, let's say they accomplished their goal. Whoever did the riot, let's say they accomplished their goal. If Trump got his way and got the whole election to flip, what do you think is going to happen with all of the majority of Americans that voted against him? Are you do you think that they're just going to be like, oh damn, and we lost? No. We saw what you just did,
especially after that. Yep.
We just saw that. And the reason why he's so convinced that he got robbed of this election is because he stole the last one. Right. He stole the last one. There's documentaries up to wazoo for it.
But then it's like, okay, let's say if it was like they did cheat in the election, it's like, well, you just got a taste of your own medicine.
Yep.
But that's not how cheaters work.
Nope.
That's not how a cheater works. When somebody wants to rig the system against everyone so that they win, that's the rules. If anything against that, if it's so that you can win, then that's against the rules. I'm president. I make the rules.
Somewhat. Congress got it all.
He doesn't make the rules. He writes executive orders, and a lot of people just ignore them.
Yep. They pull the strings and go like this. One and the two and the... It's like a puppet, like Japan.
Oh, look what I'm doing. Look, I got a puppet, Lindsey Graham. Mitch McConnell. Oh no, he's a real boy. He walked away.
He's a real boy. Wait, but then even after the riot, Lindsey Graham is like, what? I was like, I saw what happened with Black Lives Matter in June. Where was all the police presence this time? What happened to you guys?
And when somebody said, like Lindsey fucking Graham says that shit, that should say something. Like when Lindsey Graham says that shit, and you don't have to be a Democrat or a Republican to use your eyes and to use your reasoning.
Logically speaking, yeah.
Logically speaking, you knew that it was going to be a big day, but there was less police presence there than usual. Everyone knew.
The protests in June were met with police presence. They were there from the jump.
Because
they couldn't be at the park across the street.
Nope.
Trump had them cleared out so that he could take a picture with an upside down Bible in the church, on the front yard of a church.
Everyone said the same thing. They said, listen, had this been a Black Lives Matter or any minority group, they all would have been dead.
Yep.
Like everybody would have been shot.
Every last one.
No, even at a regular protest, there is still police presence. There was no one there.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying.
Even at a peaceful protest, you got cops fighting.
Whether they touch you or not, they're still there. Right. They're not gonna let you get past a certain point though. Right. But they're still there.
Yo,
this situation, they're running from it's like.
Yo,
so when the cops stop running from people, like they start running from the guy, from the group.
So niggas trying to have a party in DC for the inauguration.
I don't want to be nowhere near over there.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. Like, yo,
I don't want to step foot nowhere near there.
I gotta wait until it cool down, right?
I don't think it's gonna go. It's not gonna go.
It's
peachy.
Not going away.
It's not gonna go peachy. That inauguration is
not
gonna go
going
peachy.
away.
No! This is gonna be a pay-per-view.
I saw a noose.
You can't come down here.
I saw a noose on the Capitol in Capitol Hill. I'm staying far away. No.
I'll sit back and get the pop secrets. Put it in for like 2 minutes, man. Take the popcorn out, man. Put it in the bowl. I want to watch this shit.
Yeah, I'm watching this shit. He's not gonna be there.
I know.
I wonder what they better have eyes on him. He can't leave the country. I know that much.
He can't, and that's what I was saying. Like I said it to Steph. He's guarded by Secret Service. And he's going to be guarded by Secret Service for the rest of his natural life, just like all presidents are. All former presidents, right? So, if someone is guarded by the government, do you know how easy it is to lock them up just in case there's a warrant? And these Secret Servicemen,
Imagine.
These Secret Servicemen are not, loyal to the president. They're loyal to the country. Yeah, it's like, they're loyal. They have a job to do, and they got the job as Secret Servicemen because they do that job specifically well.
Because then if not, they're in trouble.
You're like, yo, man, you missed the turn to my house. It's like,
nope.
We're not going to your house.
Yeah, nah, they're gonna be sitting there watching the game during the inauguration, watching, just chilling, and then one of them's gonna get a phone call. Oh, okay. Yeah, done.
Okay, we gotta relocate you. I'm like, oh, where? The big house.
You'll never catch me. And then he takes off running like 2 miles an hour.
It's like telling the kids, like, oh, you're going to take us to Disney World, right? Yeah, I'll take you to Disney World. Take her right to the dentist. Like, oh, shit, man. You got me again.
Yeah.
I'm going to take you to Chuck E. Cheese, all right.
See?
There's going to be a lot of rats, man. You going?
Damn, man.
Big rats, too.
Oh my God.
That's the nigga that's going to be showering next to him.
Oh,
big rat.
You're going to meet a couple of Chuckies and big Chucks,
Yo.
And one big ass Agatha. Don't laugh at Agatha. He got the deepest voice in there.
Y'all are stupid.
That nigga sing opera and all that shit.
Right?
Let my people go.
Y'all stupid. Y'all real stupid. Are we done with this episode?
No.
Why?
Because I want to say, if there's something that you could tell all of your listeners, what would it be?
As far as
what we was just talking about?
How we will move forward with 2021, looking at how it started, looking at this.
Can I go first?
Go ahead.
All right, so
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, do everything and anything in your power to protect yourself. I mean, physically, spiritually, emotionally, legally protect yourself. Don't incriminate yourself. Protect yourself.
Protect yourself.
Period. Self-care, all of that shit. Take some new classes. Like I said, protect yourself. If you don't know how to protect yourself, learn how to protect yourself.
Yep.
Yeah. Because people are wilding out here. Go ahead.
Trey.
Nah, go ahead. You was about to say something?
Just be where the money resides.
Be
where the money reside. Where the money reside. Where the money reside. Where the money reside.
Protect yourself. Protect your neck.
Word.
Stay healthy, and just stay your ass home, please.
Word.
Stay your ass home, please. Like you'll know when to go back out. Just stay your ass. Go to work. Take your ass home after that. Be safe. That's all I got.
Make your own bubble and stay within it. Go ahead, y'all.
All right. Right now, the country is wide open, right? Everybody has seen this. Anybody who is a reasonable American saw what happened and says that was wrong. Most reasonable people know that there is no reason why this election is not legitimate, Yeah. So with that being said, we just had the clearest picture of white privilege that we've ever had. There's like, you could show as many as you want to about white people fighting police and stuff like that, and that is nothing. When it comes to this, because knowing if that shit, like, let's say that shit happened in Obama's presidency, or especially after Bush presidency after 9/11, what? Like, that never would have happened. So, with that being said, don't argue with nobody. Don't argue. Don't argue. Nope. We are going to get where we need to go by doing everything that we need to do, which is changing these laws. And we just got to have faith that on that part of it, that we can do that. You know, as far as the legal shit goes and all of that, that we can fix a lot of these, the election process, because the electoral college basically doesn't even fucking matter anymore. The fact that people don't want to document these undocumented citizens who would make you change the electoral county lines and stuff like that.
Yep.
So yeah, there's a lot going on, and if you're trying to come up with something to advance us right now, can't nobody do nothing about it. You know?
What you mean?
What I mean is, if we try to start a Black Wall Street again, there's nothing that they could do about it, because they shit is way too televised for them to come through like they did at Black Wall Street and fuck it up.
Yep.
So right now, I'm good, because I know that right now a lot of people watch that shit and they like, yo, if that is how they respond to that, then let me see what happens if I just mind my business over here.
If these people continue to be not to be checked, then that might not be true either.
Oh, those people? Sure.
Because they might not care.
They might not care. But you know what else? What else though? The laws are made so that people can protect themselves, and now we have those lawyers who know our rights, and a lot more of us are educated on how we are allowed to protect ourselves. So let's say if we did build a whole Black Wall Street in fucking, is it up north or down south? If it's up north, then we just everybody got to be licensed, got to be a licensed carrier, and as plain and simple. And if it's down south, everybody just got to be a carrier.
Can we just take a whole East Coast and just be connected like that, and then just move west, like Manifest Destiny and shit? Like,
right?
Take the whole East Coast.
Go where Kanye's at, Montana.
Nah, you know what?
Nah.
You know what we should. You know what would really piss him off?
Oh,
you know what would really piss him off? If we just start moving all over Georgia, just Georgia.
Move over, Aunt.
Nah, I'm not.
Not Atlanta.
I'm not
going
Atlanta.
down
Down there, bro.
Yeah.
They do not want us down there.
Exactly. Why we going? It's like, yo, I'm moving in, yo. I like this area.
The local ATLians, huh?
Atlanta welcomes y'all.
Atlanta welcomes us.
Yeah.
The rest of Georgia is a different story.
You heard 2 Chainz said.
It's like, yo, excuse me, neighbor, come outside your Winnebago and take a look at my escalating trailer.
Y'all stupid.
Yo, man.
Can you sum up 2020 in one word?
Wait. Sean didn't go.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, that's good. If I had advice for anybody for this year, I'd say, fuck all the bullshit. You know, save your money. You know,
that part.
Start saving, make a savings account, invest in some stocks.
That part.
You know what I'm saying?
She's been going crazy.
Yeah, it's been popping. And listen, just take care of yourself, take care of your health, man, because this shit is stressing a lot of people out, and people get more sick and just not being well. So just focus on your health, stay safe. You know, make sure you take care of you and your family. All right, and listen, we're gonna pull through with this. You know what I'm saying? This is a result of just people who just can't accept defeat, and it's over. It's done. You know what I'm saying? They wanted to go out with a bang. Listen, they went out with a bang.
Ha.
Well, bang.
Ha.
So, and then also, listen, to the white people, don't sit there and try to justify this shit now. You can't.
They gonna try.
Anybody.
They still trying.
Anybody.
Don't you
white,
dare.
black, whatever.
Don't
Anybody.
you
Don't try to justify this, and don't try to make sense of it.
And the people and the white people who's, you know, they are alliance, our allies, and we know you guys are with us. Listen, leave that shit alone.
No,
I mean, they're saying something.
They're saying something, but yeah.
You know what? No offense to any of our white listeners or whatever.
Yeah.
But if you see that kind of shit in your family,
Call it
if
out.
you see that shit in your circle, call it out.
Call it out.
Be ready for the consequences and everything. But just like
What are they
any
gonna do to you?
toxic behavior.
What are they gonna do to you?
You never know.
No,
You never know.
Hold on.
'Cause
Honestly,
sometimes it gets serious.
Hold on. Honestly, if this is your family, what's the most that they can do to you?
Get mad.
Get in their face. If they kick you out, go home. Get in their face. You shouldn't even be at their house in the first place. Get in their face.
It's just
You on a Zoom call, get in their face. They're gonna just turn it off. Oh well, call them back.
It's ignorance.
Like
You know, do
You
your
gotta
part,
educate
man.
them.
Yeah,
You gotta educate them. And I mean, like, if you can, and if you can talk to them reasonably about it and really educate them, you know, show them some Jane Elliott videos, show them the fact, the biggest example of the white privilege ever.
Yo.
You know, like I was talking to Steph today, BLM and all of these things, those are what we've done to try to make people aware.
Mm-hmm.
Once people are aware, like once a part of the people that's benefiting from this are aware, it's up to them to do something about it. Isn't like, because we really can't change the system because the system wasn't even made for us. It's hard for us to even survive in the system, let alone change the rules to make it, you know, work for us.
The rules are broken, man. And I mean, that's what I have for 2021 so far. You know,
Shout out to Mitt Romney.
Who?
Mitt Romney.
What about him?
Well, he switched sides.
He switched sides?
He went from going against Obama to saying we got to get Trump out of office and Black Lives Matter.
Nah, it don't work like that. It don't do it that easy like that, motherfucker.
Yeah, it's not. It wasn't. Look it up.
Yeah.
It's happened over. It's been a while. Look it up.
I want to know what I want to know if it was a change of heart. Like,
All
what
right.
was, you know?
Was it before the riots?
That's when I found out. After the Freddie Gray thing, he was like, "Yo, this is awful. This is disgusting." Whatever. So he might have been. It might have been before that his views changed. But that's the thing, because we don't really know people. I didn't know that Mitch McConnell was going to be like, "Yeah, this is ridiculous. We can't throw this We can't throw this election away." I thought that Mitch McConnell was going to say something fucked up, but.
I mean, at first, because one last point, and we can end the episode. At first, he was like, "Okay, yeah, we can look at the evidence and everything," and then nobody was bringing up evidence. He was like, "I'm not overturning no election with there's no evidence. There's no evidence."
Yeah.
He's like, "If we overturn this, it'll be the death of democracy." And I was like, "You know what? You're right."
At least you know, but shame on you for letting it get this far.
Work.
Yeah. And then, what'd you say? Ant, you said you had to sum up 2020 in one word?
In one word.
Yeah.
You asking or you saying it?
No, I'm asking y'all. Like, we could go all around and, you know, say what we can sum up 2020 in one word.
One word? My word would be fuck. F-A-C-K. Fuck.
Right. Your word?
My word?
Yeah.
Yeah, just because you spelling shit. VOMIT. Vomit. That is my word for 2021. Because we are, as a nation, sick. And you need to get that shit the fuck out. And once you vomit, you might feel better.
That's boss
So,
right there.
2020, that was our vomit. All right? Now, we still, you know, dribbling and sweaty. But we should be fine.
I know that feeling.
You know it. You feel better, don't you?
I don't have a word. I have a phrase, eye-opening, because like 2020 made us see how, like, you know, we don't have to be at work all the fucking time.
Yep. Not every.
Sorry, Sean. We don't have to be at work all the fucking time. Some of us can work from home. Work isn't all that is like that. Isn't everything. Mm-hmm. You know. Keep toilet paper in your fucking house. And everything. It's just
money is only as real as we
think it is. Yeah. And like,
you know they can't find Lysol.
Yo, word. They selling them shits for like $30 a bottle. $30 a bottle. It's just 2020 was eye opening for how we operate and how we shouldn't be operating. Period. In all aspects.
I can just imagine this shit without like if there was no social media in 2020 and this shit happened.
Yo.
What? It would. There would have been a civil war.
There would.
I believe.
Yeah.
I believe if it wasn't for people being connected enough and communicating enough, I think we would have been down the road for another civil war, because people are that grossly misinformed on both sides. Mm-hmm. Some people legit think that all Republicans are racist, and some people legit think that all black people are criminals. Yep. You know, and some people think that, you know.
Yeah. And
my word is she. On the E's and the I's and the T's. That whole year was just fucking ridiculous, man. I remember when it first happened, like, you couldn't find no paper towels.
That's why I said keep your house stocked.
I'm still trying to figure out why. Like, why the toilet paper? I don't understand that.
Because
we had to be in the house and they didn't really get how much toilet paper they would need for however much time.
You got one ass. How much?
Some people had a whole family of like however many.
Okay, like 5 asses, right? How much toilet paper does it take? It doesn't take that much for 5 asses. Like, you could, unless you go wholesale at fucking BJ.
What you didn't know is that they specifically need it. Okay, they eat Chipotle breakfast, lunch, and fucking dinner. So who are you to judge them on their toilet paper usage? Oh my gosh!
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's a
How
lot.
Dare you?
Yeah, that is a lot of toilet paper.
That was really toxic of you, Sean.
Eating bullshit like Chipotle? Are you kidding me?
And Wendy's, and I mean not Wendy's, White Castle.
All right, man.
All right.
That's all for me, man. 2020 is just ridiculous, man.
All right, well, that wraps up this episode of UnCelebz. You know, we're in the 2020 now. I think 2021.
2029. Damn.
Nah, I said 2020.
Is it 2020 now?
2021. Because 2021.
Oh man.
No.
I feel like something's going to happen in 2029.
Bars.
Stop that.
Put that out there.
Stop that.
We're gonna strive. We're gonna pull it together. That's what's gonna happen.
Yeah, man.
Alright.
I'm your host, Sean Solo.
I'm Anthony, aka Nostalgia.
This is Stephanie Nomadic Goddess.
This is Andre Rollins coming to you live.
Oh shit!
What?
I gotta keep you on your toes. You never know.
All right, man.
Peace.
Deuces.